Welcome to Verbal Mirrors Reflecting Understanding podcast, where the power of words becomes a bridge between worlds. In this podcast, we embark on a dynamic exploration of the human experience, weaving a tapestry of diverse voices, stories, and perspectives. I am your host, LaVenia Richards. Join us on a journey that transcends boundaries, fostering connection, empathy, and a deeper understanding of the rich mosaic that defines us all. Get ready to reflect, resonate, and embark on a transformative odyssey through the art of conversation. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Verbal Mirrors Reflecting Understanding podcast. I am your host with the mostest, LaVenia Richards, and I just want to welcome you on tonight. Listen, I have some bomb guests on with me tonight. I got my cousin Nesha Gee on tonight, and I got her bestie on, Miss Dee, right on tonight. And so I want to welcome them. Listen, we on impromptu. All right, so I don't even know where we're going with this, but ladies, go ahead, come on, say hello to the people. Nesha Gee, say hello. Dharma, go ahead and cut that microphone on. Let everybody know. Miss Dee, tell them hello to the guests.
Hello, everybody. We is in the house and we are here.
Yeah. So listen, we did this before. You know how it goes. I did this with one of my cousins and my cousin Nesha before, and we got on here and we, just raw and uncut. What I do know is this gonna be some grown woman stuff. We were talking about these men, so I do know we were talking about men and dating. Now, me myself, I'm not necessarily in the dating game per se, but I have a lot of single friends and I have a lot of single women out here that I deal with. And I'm hearing some horror stories, y'all. So I gotta hear it. I wanted to chop it up with y'all, because, I know, Dee, you don't even live in Indiana, right? But I know you dating. So let's dive into it. Let's talk about it, y'all. Like, what's going on in the dating game with these men? What's the dating pool like here?
Dirty. The water is dirty. Okay. It is not good. It's contaminated.
What is happening?
It's not okay.
What makes it dirty? Like, what's going on with it?
I think these men are confused. Honestly, I really feel like there's a lot of worldwide confusion going on right now with these men, and it's frustrating. I'll just start there. It's frustrating. The confusion is frustrating. They say one thing, they act another way, and then they get on Facebook, and it's a whole nother. And Facebook is a whole nother beast. That's like a third party to the relationship, but it's confusion. So, Nesha, what do you think?
Oh, goodness. Yeah, it's dirty, it's trash. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's the older I get, but I think I'm old fashioned. I realize that I'm old fashioned and I want to be courted and I want to have transparency, off top, not, you know what I mean? 6 weeks down the line, like our first conversation, we need to establish what this is.
Right. So I like that, right? Because what happened to being courted? I like what you said. Maybe I'm old school too then, right? Because I want to be courted. Date me, make me feel special, make me feel like I matter to you, make me feel like I'm the only woman in the room or the world for you, right? But what I'm hearing is that these men want to be chased. They want to be courted instead of doing the courting.
They entered their soft era. You ain't heard?
Okay. I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get into it. I'm new to this, right? So but I'm hearing that, like, because, like, and again, I'm not saying that men don't want to be courted to or don't want to date or something like that. But from what I'm hearing, ladies, real talk, I'm not hearing sisters running into these so-called brothers that are existing out here, or men that are existing out here that want to give that. Like, what are y'all running into? I need to know some scenarios, please. Like, when you say it's dirty, what's dirty? Give me some examples.
You want to go first, Nesha? Or do you want me to?
Girl, go ahead.
All right. I have an example. Okay. I'm
Okay.
not gonna put no that to happen. Let me just tell you. What happens is, all right, and just to speak of transparency, like you said, Nesha, there's a situation where you'll have, all right, let's say you're feeling a guy and you're just like, you know what, I'm feeling him, it's a vibe. And you're having a conversation and like, all right, look, if we finna just do A, B, C, and D, let's just do that. And then he's just like, oh, yeah, that's fine. We're consistent on like, we're just finna do this. But then it turns like into you. All right, how do I explain this? A one night, I'm not gonna say one night stand, but if you're just fucking, you're just fucking. All right, you're not cuddling afterwards. You're not providing, oh, let me go get you a toothbrush. You can just stay here tonight and you can brush your teeth here, and here's some soap if you want to just take a bath, and I'll do this for you. And holding hands while we're asleep, and I want to really just get to know you type stuff. Like, I think that's where the confusion comes in, because as a woman, and if we want transparency and understanding, like, I need to know what I'm going into. If I'm going into this like, okay, we're just fucking, so don't let me get my feelings involved, I need to prepare myself for that. So don't tell me we're just fucking, but then you're acting like we're in a relationship. And then when I start getting confused, like, okay, I thought this was what it was, you're giving me relationship actions, but saying we're just fucking. And then when you get on
Or not
Facebook,
saying it.
or not saying it, but then when they get on Facebook, they post like, and I think a lot of guys post certain things because they just want to go viral, not because they mean it, not because they stand on it. They just want to go viral. So they'll be like, oh, when I'm dating somebody, we're gonna go jet skiing and bungee jumping and this and this and that and that. And it's just like,
Right.
nigga, we're dating. Where are all these things that you're talking about? Because
Right.
I haven't seen a bungee cord. Like, what's happening? So I'm just like, baby, there's no consistency.
Okay.
There's no consistency. There's confusion. Like, you say one thing, but you act another, and then on Facebook, it's not even what you're saying or acting. It's a facade.
Different.
It is a facade just for lights and exposure and what have you. So it's like, okay, it's frustrating. I just, like Nisha said, I want transparency. Just tell me what it is so I can move
And what's
accordingly.
wrong with that?
Right.
What is wrong with that? The whole let's be real. And I told Nesha earlier, I said, I just did a video. Can we just normalize telling the truth? Like, because I feel that. I hear you on that. Because my thing is, let me decide whether or not I just want to fuck you. Right? Let me decide whether or not I want to give my body to you. And if that's what it is, then that's what it is. It would be cool if you looked up and you said, you know what, this is what I want. I only want to have sex with you. That's where we at with it. Now I got the fair choice to say yay or nay. But like you said, when you give in relationship vibes, and then women, now let's be clear, we're automatically attached. We're emotionally attached more so, it seems to be anyway, than a lot of men. So we go in it with some emotions most time. However, if we know the rules, right? I can play any game. I always say I can play any rules as long I can't talk any game as long as I know the rules. So if the rules are we just sleeping together, let's say that. So then when I got the next nigga over here, you not angry. Because
Right.
you didn't specify. There was no specificity, specificity as what we were gonna do. We weren't specific as where we were going with the relationship. But now, when I don't have that and I don't know which way to go, or like you said, if I say something to you now, I'm clingy, or now I'm making it
Right.
too much. Well, damn, nigga, we was just holding hands by the candlelit moon. You know what I'm saying? And you was just gazing in my eyes, and then the next day you don't know me.
That's the thing. Like the actions don't align. Like a situation that recently happened. It was just supposed to be fucking, and it's not my situation, but they're just supposed to be having sex, but he's taking his ring off, putting it on her finger, like, oh, you're not going nowhere. Da-da-da-da. Stop doing that type of stuff. Cause then you're playing
Right.
she's playing with people's thoughts and emotions, knowing good and well she's already expressed, hey, I'm feeling you. I want a relationship. And you're
So
like,
let's
no,
get
I
you real
just want
quick.
to.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And I just want to ask something though, because it's on my mind. Can we, you're a woman, can we really, because let's be real, let's put it on the table, can we really go into the relationship if that man, I ain't speaking, I'm not a man, but if that man tells us that it's strictly sex, can we really go into that without the emotion though?
Not if I really like him.
You see what I'm
If
saying?
I
So
really
my
like him, I
thing
can.
is, yeah, because, and so I'm wondering, like, we say that, and I ain't trying to bash nobody, but I'm just saying from a real perspective, being a woman, knowing how we care, like, I don't even know if a brother really came to me and be like, I say I want the truth for real, because I do have the choice, and 9 times out of 10, I'm walking away. But even if I tried to go into it, if I really like that nigga, because really, if I'm giving you something, I gotta feel something about you anyway. It's something about you. You sexy, you handsome. I want to see if you got a big dick. Something. I want to know something, right? So if I'm willing to open my body, myself up to you, it's got to be something about you that's attractive. So am I really that's appealing to me to make me want to give you me? So can we really go into it with that? Just let us know what it is. I don't think I could.
And like you said earlier, LaVenia, I chose you.
I
Like I
chose
chose out
you
of all these dudes out here, I chose you though.
to give myself to. And I know, you know what I'm saying? Maybe this is where it falls into Nesha, like you said. You think you old fashioned. I want to be courted. Let me know what it is. Are we dating? Am I your girl? Are we trying to get to that? Are you trying to make me your woman? Is the end result marriage? Are you a commitment phobe? And so you never want to do that. So you just playing house right now? Do you just need a homie lover friend? Like, where you at with it?
Right.
Right? Because that puts you in a very uncompromising position when you feel that, especially when some men, not all, play on those emotions, knowing that you all caught up with the hand holding and y'all was just in the shower together and you putting a ring on because maybe that's what the person wants is marriage. So let me put this on because that'll keep her. But a lot of times it's just to keep getting some ass.
Right.
Imagine if we're gonna be raw and uncut. That's real. That's
Right.
really
Right.
because, and we want to make it like so romantical. He touched me like he wanted some ass.
But at the same time, I feel like it's on us to know these. It's on us to know that though too, if we're being real with ourselves. Because yes, I agree. Like if I really like a guy, if I'm really into him, like I can't just have sex with you because I'm gonna be in my school. Like I'm gonna be completely honest. But then again, we're human. So I've gone through a period to where no, I'm single. I'm not with nobody. I'm not going around just doing hella shit with hella people. But there's one person. Okay, it's a cool little vibe. Hey, let's just have a little situation here. Whenever I need some D, I'm gonna hit you up. No feelings, no none of that. I do that because I did it, but he got attached and it irritated me. I was just like, when I didn't pick up a call or answer a text, oh, you're ignoring me. What? This is not that. this is not that.
Oh, but
So
I'm glad. Oh, Dee, I'm so glad. I didn't even mean to cut you off, and I gotta hit it. I gotta address it because what's with these calls? I didn't mean to interrupt you, but let's talk about it because you struck a nerve for me because I am from the old school. I'm from the way this damn ghosting and gaslighting come. Like I'm from the old school where it's like, hey, I don't feel like talking right now. I'll hit you back. Hey, if you see my text message or you see I call, just shoot me a message. Hey, babe, busy right now. I'm gonna hit you a little bit later. Don't hit me back 4 days later.
that's me. If
I
I
know
don't care, I'm for sure. I'm a ghoster. If I don't care, I
I'm
ghost
a
like a
ghoster, yeah,
motherfucker.
too.
and I guess my thing, and see, that's what I don't get. That's what I'm saying. But see, I'm 51, so it's like maybe that's, and I get that. And because let me be real, there are times that I get so busy and so caught up that I just don't have the time, to really get back with everybody. And again, I don't expect somebody to be at my beck and call every single time. But if that's like a normal habit and you into the person, because let's switch it. If you into the dude and you done text him 4 times, I'm not saying all
Those
back to
Girl,
back.
I'm gonna
It's just
text him back when I'm in the shower. You hear me? If I'm into him like that, I'm gonna be in the
that's my point
shower
exactly. So
texting that
then it's
nigga.
like, right, but now but it ain't cool. So you a ghoster, but then do you want to be ghosted?
I don't, but I will in a heartbeat because fuck him. Fuck
But
him,
look,
hoes.
I'm
Like,
upfront
real
though.
serious.
If I'm saying not this, if it's not like, if I'm not obligated to talk to you, don't make me feel like I have to fucking talk to you.
Now
I
that
don't.
I feel that I like that. That's a good point. I like that, DD, because
Mm,
honestly, I think sometimes we do expect too much. It goes to
mm,
expectations, but then it goes to feelings
yeah.
because if I'm digging you, I want that call. I want
Mm-hmm.
it. Do you owe
True.
it to me? You
True.
absolutely do not. But I want it because I'm digging you and I want to vibe with you and I want to hear your voice, or I want you to shoot me a text to kind of know that you feeling me like that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So like when I'm vibing and I'm really, feeling you, and granted, you may not can't answer to my beck and call every time, but damn, I want to be acknowledged, my nigga.
I want to speak for me
So
and Nisha and just say that in our heads, if we're feeling you, yes, you owe it to us. We, in our mind, yes, you
Right.
do owe it and you better. Okay, real bad. Like,
real talk, right? Trying to keep it 100. Like, I know what we should do, how
right.
we should be politically correct, but on some real shit, like, I want the call. You know what I'm saying? I want the text
Yeah.
message back. Like, now, if we grown and we handling business and carrying on, now we not no teenagers. We not about to sit on the phone. Baby, yes, no, you hang up first. You hang up. Boy, listen. I got a business meeting in the morning. I'm not saying like that. Like, we stalker type.
Right.
I'm just suggesting that if I'm making you somewhat of a priority, that I'm acknowledging that you matter, or if I'm finding some space throughout the week. I ain't even talking about every day, especially if you ain't my man. But if
Right.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to create something with you, I'm gonna acknowledge you.
Facts.
That's
Being
all I'm.
mindful and reciprocity.
That's
Definitely
that word.
reciprocity.
Reciprocity. So should we expect expectations from people always let you down? So no, I shouldn't expect any grown person to do anything for me. But if I'm in a reciprocal relationship, right?
Right.
If I'm in that relationship, then I should expect it because we've always been reciprocal. I've always given, you've always taken, I've always given, vice versa, back and forth. So if we're doing that collectively together, then that's a reciprocal relationship. But if I'm the giver and all you doing
Right.
is taking, then how is that reciprocal? How is me giving showing you that you matter to me and you never even given me the time of day? How is that cool?
And it ain't.
Right.
And it
And,
won't be. Not now, not ever. Real
but I
talk.
think they're
But I have to
using
bring
that.
that up.
They're using that like you said, men want to be courted, men want to be chased, but they're take. I feel like they're taking that and they're twisting it and using it like to make a situation to where we're giving, and they're just taking, and that's it. But they feel like, and then there was a post today. Some guy said something about some chick was paying for him to get his hair retwisted, and he was like, fellas, if she wanted to, she would. Like, but you're taking, yeah, if we wanted to take a man on a date, we would. If we want to do that, we would. But then the season which he was talking was like just getting stuff from females. It wasn't nothing reciprocal. He's not giving nothing back. He's just taking. And they have this whole soft, like I said, soft era thing going on. And I'm just like, the confusion is in the pool. They're drinking it by the gallons. They're drowning in it. I don't like it. I don't.
But no, but for real. And I really like having this conversation because everybody's not looking for the same thing. So we're all different women. You know, we all have different likes, dislikes, or whatever. But I want to hear what's going on because, again, you're not even here. So if you experiencing this in a whole nother city and state, then maybe it's not just a area or, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that, but maybe it's a cultural issue. You know, why is it? And I feel like to a degree, yeah, they might be in their soft era, but in the wrong area. And what I mean by that is most men were raised to, you know, don't cry, don't show the emotion. So that ego, that stoicism, that hard shell, that shit that I'm the man, I can't break down, I can't show emotions, I can't love you, I can't chase you, or whatever that is. Like, if we love each other, then I'm gonna chase you, you chase me. Let's come after each other. You know what I'm saying? Why do it gotta be a chasing thing? Why can't it be a mutual respect for one another, that you just digging each other and you want to see where it go? Why I gotta be that man, woman? If she wanted to, she would. If he wanted to, he would. Why we just can't?
There's no balance. And then when you're talking about how they were raised, like, don't cry, don't show no emotion, that's one extreme. And now, instead of being balanced, we went to the opposite extreme to where it's like, you might wake up to a Cash App request from a dude talking about for my pedicure. Like, nigga, really?
Girl, nasty. Oh, really? Is that happening? Jesus. This is real life. Now, let me be clear, because I don't want to sound like a person that will not, if you're my man, we don't even have to have the discussion about what I would do for you. Right? Because I'm all about giving to the man that I love and care for. I'm all about being there for you, whatever it is that you need that I can do, but I'm all about you being there for me too. Right? It needs to be reciprocated. So I don't want to make it seem like, oh my God, he's asked me and my man can go get a pedicure together. We can go get massages together. So it ain't about me not pampering my man or anything like that. But I'm just saying, being single now and just observing a lot of the men that are out here that are approaching, you know, they want you to be the side woman, want you to be the main chick and have a wife on the side. I'm sorry, you know, because they take you on the trips and stuff and the wife at home with the kids. So you the main, you know what I'm saying? And then they got the wife on the side. Or they want you to be cool with their best friend that they used to sleep with, that they still, you know, smash here and there if they kick in between, because, you know, they cool like that. Yeah. So, you know, shit like that. So that's the thing, that those are the things that I'm not willing to do. I'm not willing to, I don't share.
Okay. Did you see the post? I think it was on Instagram, or a video where the girl was upset because she wanted a vacation with her man and it was a cruise. So they go on this vacation and she finds out on the cruise ship that he also had his baby mom and their kids there because it was just cheaper to get a package deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so
This is the shit
and
they're
trash.
doing. This is the shit they're doing.
Trifling.
Mm-mm.
Trifling. Okay, so let me ask you this, because I hear, everything that, we're saying about them, but do you feel like it's because we're not putting up the right boundaries? Do you feel like it's because of the things that we're accepting of?
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
You can
Collectively though. I always say it, and I've been saying this for years. Men ain't shit right now because women ain't shit as a whole, collectively. Because you got little Kiki and them spread, busting it wide open for number 5 on the McDonald's menu. You know what I mean? Little Kiki don't care you sleeping on your mama floor and you 52. You know what I mean?
Ooh, not
Little Kiki
52.
don't care that you ain't got shit going for yourself. Little
Facts.
Kiki's
She's
gonna
looking
respond
crack.
to, "Hey girl, your ass is fat. Can I come through?"
Right.
You
Okay.
see what I mean?
Right.
So it's so many women out there that's accepting of these men that ain't about shit. So they accepting anything, and that's the tone. That's the tone that is set right now.
So, do you feel like once we see it though, do you feel like we as women, and I'm not gonna say because we can't put all women in the same
Right.
category, like we can't put all men in the same category. So we're saying some women, some men, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody getting like that, bitch. I ain't no mother. We ain't saying that. You know what I'm saying? We're just speaking when we look across the board at what has been accepted from society now, what has been or become the societal norm, if you will, with this newer generation of women. Let me just say that.
Mm-hmm.
That is accepting the no courting, the ghosting, the gaslighting. You don't gotta date me, girl. Yeah, he took me on trips. He gave me, girl. Baby, he dropped down. Like that's the standard. Like how much money you got? Not do you got a 401k? Not do you have a retirement plan? Not do you have any type of investments? Where do you live? Do you have any type of mental issues? Right. So when we have these, and let's talk about Tyrone that's trying to, you know what I'm saying, find him a cooler that's gonna buy him a video game real quick. What? Blow
Mm-hmm.
her back out real quick, because we got some cougars that's doing, girl, baby, listen, look us you know what I'm saying, Mr. Robert couldn't do it, but I tell you who got me is little Tyrone's ass, baby. Got him a PlayStation 8. You know that, you understand?
Oh, but
So when we see it, do we then have a responsibility? Are we dropping the ball when it comes to responsibility of setting the standards? Because little Bonquisha and little Tyrone are out there doing that. Have we gone along with the social norm?
I ain't going along with that tone. I'm tone deaf at this point. I can't. I'm tired. I think I'm just tired. I'm tired. And if you really think about it, like y'all said, the tone has been set. Men make jokes every day about how a woman, she's worth $40 to these niggas.
Right.
About
Mm-hmm.
$40. That is the going joke right there. $40, man. And if you don't see that as in, like, that's where they are mentally with it. That's an issue. That is an issue in itself. And it's just like these are the same men in this dating pool. Like, it's tiring at this point. It is super tiring.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting just even hearing people talk about it again. I'm not dating anyone, you know what I'm saying, like that. Just definitely open to the idea, of seeing what's out there, but not in a rush. Primarily
Right.
because I needed to love me first. You know what I'm saying? And then another reason is because just seeing and hearing the things that I'm hearing, like I'm not in a rush to get in that, because for me, it's a healing thing. Yeah, I know that stuff. And me and Tanisha, I'm sorry, Nisha was talking about that earlier. And I was telling her, I said, I'm just at a season in my life now that I'm healing, because you always are healing from something. And now that I have healed from certain situations and issues in my life, I'm just at a point in my life that I'm just unwilling to entertain that type of behavior. You know what I'm saying? I'm not better than anybody or anything like that. I'm not even open to accepting being Boquisha. I'm not willing to bring a Tyrone into my world. You know what I'm saying? And so, because I know words are so powerful on how you think, like, it's so hard to stay focused and think positively when you're trying to evolve and grow, when you're running into people like that, because there are some men that back when have approached, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but you got a whole wife, my boy.
Man,
Like,
who's in the worst?
I don't want to be
They're
in a situationship, especially in my 50s, right? But I'm hearing it in the 30s, in the 40s, and the 50s. Like, this is ridiculous.
Oh, it's happening. And that's shameless. They're so shameless with it too. And it's like I said, it's tiring. And as you said too, I'm at a point where, or at this stage where it's like, because I've healed from so much, and because my peace right now is everything to me, I absolutely refuse to repeat certain shit and to go and deal and entertain with certain things. I just can't. I've worked too hard on me.
Period.
And I'm not about to let anybody just come and mess that up. But then it's just like, you want to remain hopeful. But boy,
See, I gotta remain positive. Look, have a nigga just dream a little.
Golly. It's just like, what happened? What is going on? I don't
It is a lot, and I'm glad we're having this conversation, because as single women, you know, I'm a hopeless romantic. I love love, and I'm with you, Nesha. I'm old school. Date me, court me, let me know I matter. Pick up the phone and call me. You ain't gotta call me every day. I got too much stuff I gotta do. But call me and say, hey, I was just thinking about yours. Matter of fact, texting is really prevalent right now. It's really happening. Send me a text. Hey, babe, just thinking about you. So
right.
it's the
so
little
simple.
thing. It's the little things. And I think we miss it. I think we make it such a big deal. But here's the thing, too, that I think we make the mistake in. And, you know, Nesha, we talked about it on one of our other episodes, that capacity thing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't have the capacity. Like, we want them to be who we want them to be because we've evolved, we've grown, we know what we want, we know what we've hurt from and what we no longer want to accept. They have no idea. And so we walk into these relationships with these people, or hoping that we're going to have a relationship with these people. But we're in a season of our life that we want to be completely transparent, raw, uncut, real, no mask. But half the people we running into to encounter these relationships with, they ain't healed. They not taking the mask off. They got a lot to get some ass.
That we aiming too
Because
low.
they know
We just got
that
to
if they
aim
come
low.
to any woman with standard and say they're married, they're not going to get none. Right? A woman of standard. I'm not talking about Bonquisha now. I'm talking about a sister or queen, like you just said, that took the time to heal. Another sister,
Right.
another queen who took the time to say, this ain't working for me. This man, you know, I don't like how you handling me. And I think that's what we need to start saying. Like, I think we have a responsibility. That's why I asked, did we drop the ball? Because when we see it, now do we keep going, oh my God, girl, the way he lay pipe, baby, I know he ain't shit, but ooh, because we've done that. We'll do that if we into him. Right? And so instead of saying, I don't like how you handled me. I don't like how you, I really do want to come and be with you. I really want to come get what you got because I love it. But I seen a video, I can't remember her name, but me and Nesha talked about that too, where she was like, I like what you got over there too. But I can't come back over there because you didn't treat me right. I think if we do more of that, we can eliminate more of what we receive, because at the end of the day, we can say this, but we teach people how to treat us. So whether Bonquisha doing it, whether Tyrone out here doing it or whatever, because What are we accepting? That may be the norm for them, but that don't mean, what standard are we setting? Because now, yeah, that may be how they be, but you're going to have to do that over there with Bonquisha, because LaVenia don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
Yeah,
how they get
y'all can
ghosted.
have y'all ghost me. You know what I'm saying? Because that comes from the healing, because I've come so in tune with myself. I've come to love myself so much that I don't need to be in a relationship to validate me. That's the difference, right? That's the difference, because at least we can sit up and talk about it, and we all been hurt, and I pray to God we don't get hurt again. But in love, you don't know how it's going to go, but I'm always going to take a chance on love. I just am. I told you I'm a hopeless romantic, and I believe at this stage of the game, and like I told Nesha, I said, if I did and had a 26-year relationship with somebody and made it work and was still prosperous through my pain, through my agony, I did that shit broken. Imagine what I'm going to draw into myself healed. It's a different ball game when you heal. It's limitless, right? And so even though the brothers are out here like that, that don't mean we got to settle. I just want us to point that out, because it sounds disheartening. Again, I don't have the experience to really dive into it. My divorce is a year old. It was a year old, March 29th. Of this year. So I don't have any experience really right now in the dating game per se. And I'm not willing to give myself to just anybody. I'm not. I went through too much. I gave, I sacrificed. I love, and I loved hard, and I love hard. And I'm going to do that with my mate. But I'm no longer willing to give from an empty cup. And that's what we do, trying to make relationships work, knowing to do that good. Pouring from empty cups,
I'm
trying
done
to make
falling in love with
we be the
potential.
glue. Yeah.
Right.
Say that. That's deep. Please say that again. For real. Say it again.
Saying I'm done falling in love with potential, because that's what broke me, like, and kept me on E. On empty, is falling in love with someone's potential and not just accepting where they were in their journey, and understanding that it wasn't going to be reciprocated, because the person that I was with didn't know love to even give love. But I just kept at it. So I won't be doing that again.
And that's why I wanted to bring that up. And I'm so glad you said that, because you can't fall in love with a maybe, a potential. You got to fall in love with what is. You got to fall in love with what is. What is. And it goes back to how we started. What is this? What are we?
Right.
Are we seeking something? Are we doing this temporarily? Are we just sleeping together? Is this sex only? Are you potentially looking for a relationship? Do you want a sister wife? I mean, let's be real, because there's all kind of stuff going on out here. Do you want threesomes? What do you want? Because now, again, let me choose. Give me a fair opportunity to choose for myself before I found out later on that you dated me and 3 other people. Before I found out later on that you ain't never got a divorce. You and your wife been together, but you told me that y'all was divorced.
Right.
That you never filed.
And had no
Lies
plans
upon
on
lies
it.
upon lies.
I think that I know I'm saying confusion, but as you're talking, I'm realizing, like, in order for them to be transparent, they have to be in their truth. They have to be aligned in that, and they're not. So it's like almost insane for me to expect you to be transparent with me when you're not even living your truth. You're not real with yourself. You're not going to be real with me. You're not even real with yourself.
And that's the thing thank you. Oh my God, you said it, because that's real. And I say it all the time. So like, we'll be like, oh my God, I just want me some unconditional love. I just want him to love me, right? We'll be so deep with it. But wait for it. We're not showing our own selves unconditional love. You're not showing yourself the same love that you asking for somebody to drop down real quick and give. How do
Right.
that work though? How do you expect someone to come in and love you more than you love yourself? When you're with you every day.
It becomes toxic because you become dependent on that person and their love. That just is a recipe for toxicity.
Toxicity and codependency. Like you said, you're dependent.
Right.
Now, you really can control the person because they're so into you. And you know they pouring from an empty cup. And if you're a user, that's how they get to ghost you. That's why they ain't got to call you back. That's why they can just sleep with you and never tell you nothing else after that, because you ain't demanding nothing else. I got you.
Right.
But I mean,
You need them.
Right? So now your emotions are into it. So a lot of guys, it's easier to tell the lie. Because by the time with women, because we're so emotional, we invested emotionally. So it's messed up. But even if we find out you got a girl, a lot of women, depending on how long you've been messing around with her lying, now she's invested.
Yep,
Right?
she gonna stay.
And so it's like, you know, I'm not saying I'm in or dogs or anything like that. Because like I told Nesha, my Boaz is waiting. My king that is waiting to love me the way that I want to be loved. Not the way he want to love me. No. The way I want to be loved. Right? Because we're going to be perfect for each other. Because what I'm saying is that reciprocity, I'm a giver. You give to me, baby, you better know you getting something back from me. You give me some unconditional love, I'm giving you probably double, triple unconditional, because I'm feeling so good about what you're doing for me, right? But you treat me like trash, you're going to get a shitload of trash back at you, right? So I think that we got to definitely put up those boundaries. We draw the line from those emotions, and we have to learn to not allow our emotions rule what we know is not beneficial. We'll see that man can't be nothing for us. We'll see it, seriously. But because it's just all about his spirit, girl, like his, oh my God, like his energy. Like when we talked, it was like he, you know what I'm saying, grew up on the West Side. I grew up on the West Side. He graduated. And we get all this bullshit trying to correlate it together, but we ain't talking about where he grew up from. What neighborhood was his daddy there? Did he beat his mama? Do he got codependency issues? Is he a drug addict? Do we beat women? You understand? Like, this the shit we really need to be asking about. Does he believe in investing? Is he about going out taking care of his family, or does he sit at home playing video games? We be so quick to be in a relationship. So even though we talking about the men, I'm just saying back to us, because as much as I want to blame other people for what I go through and what has happened in my life, the reality is I have a responsibility to let any ninja know that I'm dating how I want to be treated. I have a responsibility and obligation to myself. If I see he's ghosting, he's not the nigga for me. Right? We want to make them not ghost. We want to make them answer the call.
She said like
We want to make them do it.
Caspers. Look, but this is the thing. I think, and I know as far as me, the reason why I say that it's trash, because I definitely have held myself accountable. The reason why the dating pool for me specifically is trash is because of the fact I'm not about to accept anything. It's harder when you have standards because you're not about to just be with anyone and talk to anybody.
Yeah.
The dating pool might be fabulous for Kiki and whoever, because they'll be with whoever, whatever, it don't matter. Once you start healing and growing, it's harder because you're not accepting that shit. You're like, no, block.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And then the other thing too, let's let women know. Let's just say this. Until that man or men, until that woman has accepted, until that man says, you my woman, you my girl, we in a relationship, you are single.
I have an
Okay?
issue with that. I'm like, let me tell you because I'm crazy, girl. In my head, I'd be like, oh, we together.
Right. 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 That's my man is your man, and right, and that's how we feel. But that be the self-sabotaging we put ourselves in.
Right. True.
That's
That
real
is so
talk.
bad.
That is so true. Because why? And that's because men are, I'm not saying that men don't have emotion. I'm not a man. I'm not even about to attempt to try to speak from a male perspective. I was always taught you want to know what a man thinks, ask a man. What I will say is that from my experience, most women are way more emotional than men, right? And so we go into it with emotion most times, unless you just an all-out whore. And I'm not discrediting nobody, but most times, unless you just a whore and that's you're a prostitute or something and that's your job, most women, I'm not saying all, because there's some women just like men that just want what they want and they done. But most times, women are going into a sexual relationship for some sort of emotional attraction.
Right.
We just are. I'm not saying it's right. Huh?
No, I was just saying that's in general, like, I guess basic how women are emotionally invested first and men have a physical, like they get caught physically first. That it's a physical thing for them.
Exactly. And I do, as bad as I want to be like, these niggas ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? These men out here, I want to say that, but then the words are powerful. And I told Nesha, I said, then that would mean that my Boaz, my king is not out there.
Right.
And that does not, I can't say that all men are shit, because that would be a lie, because I know what I'm looking for is looking for me. Without a shadow of a doubt. Just because it's not here yet, it's not time. Right. But if I spoke those words and I keep saying, all men are shit, and these men out here ain't, then I'm accepting the norm or the social norm, so to speak. And I'm speaking that curse over myself, saying that that's what I got to deal with. And that is not what's out there for me. It's not. I know it's out there. But like you said, the reason why it's like that for you is because of your standards. So let's be clear. If we were just out here willing to accept anything, then it wouldn't be considered trash to us.
Yeah.
Right? It wouldn't be, it would be okay, because we would be Kilolo now. We would be cool with that. Girl, now he came and broke me off real quick, left me $1,000 on the dresser. I see him next month. Not next month, because they can't even talk right. Next month, with an F on it. I'm not just being real. We know these people exist.
Right.
Everybody is not cultured. Everybody is not educated. I'm not making fun of them. This is what really happens. But maybe if we can have these conversations and talk about it, so we can look at it from all perspectives. Because if men are not accountable, maybe it's because we're not making them be.
That's it.
Right.
But from me coming from a holistic, let's get to the root of the problem. Why ain't you cultured, educated? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, what kind of background? We don't need to know what these niggas' favorite food is, what their favorite color is. Do you love your mother? Do you love yourself? Let's ask these questions.
How do you teach your children? Do you take care of them?
Do you see them? Talk to them?
Do you have a relationship with them?
Right.
Have you been incarcerated? And if so, why?
Why? Because I'm going to find out anyway, because I'm going to look you up, but go on and tell me.
And
but they're going to ask those questions because, like Nesha, we had a conversation about why men aren't holding each other accountable when their homeboys aren't taking care of their kids. And it's like a lot of these women get in relationships with men who have kids and know they're not taking care of their kids, but the females don't say nothing because they're like, well, he's taking care of my kid and it's not even his. Like, that's the type of shit that's happening.
That's trash too. She trash for that.
And I have something to say about that, sister, then. Because for me, having, and I don't even like saying my stepson. First of all, he's my son. He's been in my life for 26 years, and I'm not with his father anymore, but he'll forever be my son. You get what I'm saying? And so nobody knows any different. How many kids you got? I got 4. I got 2 boys, 2 girls. forever. And I'm never changing it.
Right.
But my thing was, there was no way that I can lay with a man as a woman, as a real woman. Because again, we said it takes all kind of people, and there's a lot of these different kind of people in the world. So everybody don't have the same standards. Okay, we talked about standards. But me laying with a man, knowing that I had 2 daughters at the time, and he had a son, and for me not to want to know who your son is, for your son not to come over and hang out with us, to be, because I'm gonna be with you like we together. So I can't have you taking care of mine and you not taking care of yours, because I wouldn't be a real woman to know that it's somebody's child out there that's not getting taken care of while mine's are.
Right.
As a
Right.
woman, I'm just
They
saying, as a
they
real
look at
woman.
it as a W though. Like how you they look at it as a W when they're like, "Oh, he ain't taking care of your kid, but he's taking care of mine." How is that a win?
Yeah, but that's a mentality. That's somebody who wasn't taken care of. That's somebody who thinks that throwing that ass around in a circle is what makes them a woman. That's somebody,
Right.
that's who you talking to, because a real woman gonna know that anybody she's with that has a child should be a part of your life. And you should make
Period.
sure that that man, the same way that he is providing and taking care of your children, he should damn sure be taking care of the child that he created.
Facts. Of
Period. And
course.
so any woman that can lay there, that's not a win. That's a loss, because what win do you get depriving a child of their
Okay.
father?
Right.
Yep.
It
You
was
got
this one
another
guy,
broken
one of my
home.
friends, he told me that this chick that he was with would tell him, "You better not send no money to your baby mama for them kids." Nigga, what?
Yeah, we broke up.
Wow.
We
Period.
just broke up.
She just trying to use you for his kid.
There's a lot of women like
I
that.
don't get that.
And that's crazy to me.
A whole
I don't
lot.
get that. Now the real flex is when you call that mother and be like, what does he or she need? Because we going
Mm.
shopping.
Hmm.
That's the
And
that's the
I've done
real
that.
win.
Mm-hmm.
I have literally done that. Called
That's
up
the
the baby moms and was like, "What does she need?" Because we're gonna send her stuff right now.
what's good. What does she need? What does he need? Because we're
Right.
going school shopping. I need the school supply list. When I shop for one, I shop for everybody. You don't exclude a child. So for a woman,
Right.
for a female, because I'm not gonna say a
Yeah,
woman,
that's it.
a female to do that to a child, that ain't cool. That's a broken person that, you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying, really needs to go get some counseling if you thinking it's a win depriving a child of their father. That's something nobody should experience. You know what I'm saying? If they don't have to. So, it goes back to that. So those standards, that's what I'm saying, y'all, and again, like you said, the standards that we've set will make it hard today, but I'm glad if that's the standard that I'm setting, to say that I'm not willing to be treated like a number, or I'm not willing to be
Mhm.
lied to at the expense of your penis. I'm not willing to be mistreated and dogged out at the expense of your ego, so
Right.
that I can be another notch on your belt, so that you can go and talk about me, so that you can treat me like I'm just another bitch that you met. I'm not open to that. I am a valuable asset to any man that has me. And so for me, I think that's the norm that we need to start setting. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Setting that standard, letting people know that. Maybe they
If
are doing that out here. But what were you gonna say, Didi?
no, I was just saying if we stop. I'm not gonna say we because I don't feel like any of us who are talking right now do this, but if women in general quit looking at each other as competition,
Oh,
then it would probably be better. We'd be able to uplift each other. It wouldn't be. And I feel like a lot of the situation we just talked about with a girl thinking it's a win is because she's looking at the other baby mama as competition. She ain't thinking about the kids.
the kid.
So if we cut that out, and uplift each other instead of trying to knock each other down and
Mm-hmm.
everything like that.
Yeah. And if
Standards,
we
like men
stop,
wouldn't be able to get away with nothing.
yeah, and not only that, if we stop sleeping with each other's men,
Yeah, that
That
too.
too.
I mean, real talk. If we stop sleeping with
That
each other's
too.
men, if we stop making that cool to tear up another woman's home or another man's
Mhm.
home, right?
Right.
Out of jealousy and all that kind of that stuff is so weird. And it's
And
so weird. And it happens so much now they don't even think nothing of it.
no, it's a norm. And that's the thing. And we have to, and here's the thing. I'm not judgmental. I don't judge people. People like what they like. They do what they do. I'm not here to criticize anybody, judge anybody. We like what we like or whatever. But when we get to a point that we stop respecting each other as being male and female, when we stop respecting each other's morals and values, and we stop treating each other as individuals, forget the relationship. You know, we hear so many men, like you said, I ain't heard that. You know what I'm saying? All a woman is worth is $40. $40. That's how she worth. I heard it was said that all, you know what I'm saying, some men be like, all a woman is good for some butt. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
it used to be a time that women's bodies were valued. It was a really a special moment for a man to be able to enter a woman. You know what I'm saying? Now, shit, you got some 1800 and a blunt. Where you at?
Good to go.
Where you
Good to
at?
go.
I didn't even say meet me at a hotel. I said, where you at?
I'll meet you there.
They
You
like,
got
oh,
tinted
you at the
windows in the
party?
back,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm over. You in the car? That's what it's come
Yeah.
to. So I think getting back to showing people, one, you can heal as women. Two, you can set those standards. And even though it may look like trash, be powerful and walk, be confident, not powerful, but be confident and standing your position with your respect and your dignity. Be okay. Be cool with not being a part of that dating pool until you get
Right.
what you really want, and don't accept that norm if you know that man is not a lovey-dovey person and you want a lovey-dovey person. Why do you keep trying to make this man that is not a lovey-dovey person be what he ain't?
Right.
Facts.
He don't want hugs and kisses. Find the person that wants what you want.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the problem too. We want to force people to have the capacity to love us.
Like you said, what you say, a panda can't chirp like a bird.
They can't, cousin.
They have no clue how to even get that noise to come out.
But you understand what I'm saying? Like, you think a bear is gonna be like meow? What? What? It just
Oh,
doesn't make sense.
man.
And we don't know what we don't know. But so many people are broken, and I think that's what we got to pay attention to.
Mhm.
We be literally putting so much weight on what another person feels about us, especially men, because we want to be valued by men. We want to be loved. We want our kings to look at us and look at us like queens. We want them to value us, treat us like so. You know what I'm saying? And for the real queens, they want to treat their kings like so. Right? But it's the mix up of the egos that everybody wants to have this pissing contest to see who breaks first, who calls first, who answers the text first, who gives it up first, who says I
Right.
love you first. It can't never just be a natural ebb and flow.
That's
Nowadays
it.
it's all competition. Why we just can't be
And
in love? I
everybody's
like
so
you, you like me.
because don't nobody trust nobody no more. Trust has definitely been broken. Men and I hear this a lot too. They don't feel safe. They don't feel like they're emotionally safe with a female. They don't think we care about how they feel just because, like you said, all females want is something, or not all females want, but it's being portrayed that, hey, I want that 1800, or I want something out of you. I want a
Give me
bracelet. I want
something.
a Gucci bag. I
Yeah.
don't want your feelings. I don't.
Right.
I want
So
something.
then when you walk into this relationship and you walk and you step to a real man, that has been broken or damaged, sometimes he can't see you because everybody was willing to take from him, and that's all. So now when you come, all he want to know is what you want.
Right.
What you want. You want my money. You want to be in my car. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what their profession, you want something from my job. What do you want? Because everybody wants something from me. You know what I'm saying? Because we tend to think sometimes as women that men don't think like we do. Just like we thinking, because let's be real, because we, especially when you get older, I'm telling you, you're going to want more sex. You just are. The older you get, especially when you really love yourself and you get in tune with your body, you're going to be sure about that thing. I'm telling you. So as you progress, and I'm telling you because I'm in my 50s, and I promise you, we'll have this conversation later when you get there. And you're not far, you know. But my point is, you value things differently, but when you meet them and you get to them, because they're so broken and damaged, they can't even see the good woman now. They don't even want the good woman, kind of like the broken woman. When the good man comes that wants to take you on the date, that wants to court you, you so broken you don't see it because you ain't took the time to heal.
Right.
And so, you know, it affects relationships. And it goes back to ego. Well, I ain't gonna let her know I care. I'm not about to let him know I care like that because I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? Well, she probably won't. And I'm sorry, y'all, but as somebody that loves sex, I'm gonna keep it real. Men are looking at it too, like, okay, yeah, you giving up some booty, but men like, I'm giving up the D. I'm satisfying you too, but is that not true? Are you being satisfied? Do you look at it?
Yeah, but what that mean?
So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it though then.
Yeah.
Do you feel
Okay.
like, because it's reciprocal, do you feel like that then their sexual parts shouldn't be valued then? Because don't you want him to be satisfied like you?
Yeah, I do, but fuck that nigga. I'm just saying. I mean, it's just. I mean, I get what you saying. I hear you, but no, and no. I chose you. If I chose you, then we go stand on that. I chose you. Act
But what if he,
accordingly.
all of that, what if he is an alpha male with it all together, got his shit together, got his bag together, respects himself, ain't out here dating, ain't out here cheating, really looking for that whatever, you know what I'm saying? So he carries himself with dignity the way you carry yourself. He's healed like you. What if he values himself, his body like that? What do you say? You like, fuck him?
Fuck them after I say I got my shit together. I got my dignity. I got it all together, just like him. Like you said, I got it
Right.
just like
So what
him.
I'm saying is, why can't y'all both come in it together? Why I be like, yeah, bump all that. So I'm saying, if he holding it down, putting the D down, holding it down at the crib, this, that, and the other, like, don't you want him to feel just as good? He's providing to you than what you feel like you're providing to him.
Well, honey, that's new waters for me. That's uncharted territory. I've never even had that because I don't even know what the hell you talk about. So next, shit, I hear what you're saying, honey, but I don't feel you. What the
I hear
fuck is
the
that?
I hear you talking, but the words don't mean shit.
Nothing, because I've never experienced that shit. Where that dude at? Where he at? Cause what?
But I'm saying, if we talking about speaking those things into existence, let's be real about it, because you know how we are. Like, you know what I'm saying? We get on spiritual stuff and all of that, and I'm never ashamed of that. I am a master manifester. I stand on that.
Right.
So when it comes to that and speaking words, because they are powerful, then that's what I'm saying. If I'm saying what I'm looking for is looking for me, he's got to carry himself in a manner like myself. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm
Right.
saying. If I'm giving him the ooh wee, I want the ooh wee. If I'm holding him down, I want him holding me down. If I'm giving the bomb oral sex, I want the bomb oral sex. If I'm cooking for him, I want him to cook for me. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
What I'm
Right.
looking for should be looking for me. So I feel like I want my man to value himself, his body. That's what I'm saying. If everybody can have them, why I won't? Same thing. That's how they look at us. If everybody can have it, why should I marry you?
Right.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying when I say that. Like, okay, I don't know where they exist yet, but what I'm looking for is looking for me. So I'm gonna run into them. I'm gonna run
Right.
into you. Did? That's all I'm saying. Because again, it goes back to our standards, and if my standards are that I want somebody that is well put together, that is not perfect because I'm not, but that is willing to do this thing called life with me. And love me genuinely, unconditionally for who I am, because that's what I'm gonna give him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give him all this good. That's what I want. I don't want no trash from you. I can't give you good and you giving me trash. That's like getting some Bama or something. I don't want that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say, I don't want to have, you know what I'm saying, no steak and shake or nothing like that when I can have the creme de la creme, when I can have, you know what I'm saying, ocean air or something. I'm not trying to, right? So I want what I'm giving.
Exactly.
Reciprocity.
Right. Right.
That's all I'm
Because
saying.
I do see a lot of females out here like that too, though, that, you know what I mean, expect, like, I'll be watching this dating show, Kendra G Live, and the chick got 5 kids, 10 different baby daddies, only collecting Social Security, and nothing wrong with none of this. I'm just saying, this is her thing. And then Kendra be like, so how much you got to make a year? 100,000, girl. You can't even spell 100,000. You know what I mean? Like, don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Expectations.
Yes.
Like, again, that unconditional love. When I ask that question, you asking for it, but are you it? Because I think what is imperative is for people to remember, especially if they real men, right? A real man don't want a woman without nothing. We talking about what can he bring to the table. I eat it. I come to my own table. A man want a woman with a good head on her shoulders too. Because
Right.
if something happens, can you hold this down?
Mm-hmm.
Can you keep the business going? Because I'm going to need more than that ass.
Right.
Can
Right.
you read? Can you read a contract? Do you know whether to
Yeah.
go get an attorney or not? I'm saying, we ask for the things, but are we those things?
Exactly.
And so that even, and I told you this, Nisha, even with going through my divorce, I wanted to blame him, but I didn't have a right to. Because I
Right.
had
Because
to
you
look.
allowed it.
Yeah, point blank, period. There's
Yep.
nothing else to be said. I allowed it.
You
I
allowed
allowed
it.
it. So what
Yep.
do you do with that? That's why I wanted to bring up standards so much. Because,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I wanted to point the finger so bad. Oh, my God. But even when, you know what I'm saying, I look back, I'm like, damn, like, I went back. No guns. No, you better come back or I'm going to kill you. Nothing like that. I wasn't in danger when I went
Right.
back. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, like, oh my God, if I don't go back, it was nothing like that. So I had to take that into account. I had to look at everything that I accepted because I practice what you preach. I said we teach people how to treat us.
That's it.
So if I'm accepting you, mistreating
That's
you,
right.
all I'm teaching you is that it's cool.
Yeah.
Why you gonna stop? If I come over your house, DD, you know what I'm saying? I've been over your house about 10, 12 times. And every time I come over there, every time I come over there, that I done stole $10 from you every time. And you never say nothing to me about it, ever. If I don't stop stealing from you,
You gonna keep doing it until I take you to Judge Mathis.
there's no consequence.
Right.
Right? There's no boundary set. Nothing's being done. You're not saying nothing. You just letting me know I'm not there. That's the only time your 10 come up missing. But you never hold me accountable. You never make me pay for what I've done. You never address it. That's what we do with these men.
Mm-hmm.
And then we
Yeah.
want them to treat us right. Why? We never addressed it. We
You don't
never
share that
addressed it.
sex?
We accepted it. It was cool when he called me the bitch the first time. So when he called me 10,
Right.
15, 20, 30, 40 more, why was I insulted? I went back after the first 50.
Right.
I was in a place so deep to where it was like, yeah, let's use the $10 for an example. All right, I know this man's taking $10 from me every time he come here, but and without even holding him accountable or talking, making excuses. Well, maybe he needed it for this. Maybe he needed it for that. So I'm gonna just leave another 10 right here, so he'll come back and get.
Yeah,
Like it's. Ugh.
absolutely.
I thank the universe for growth. Okay, I thank the
It's
universe for
powerful.
growth.
It's powerful because somebody out there is doing exactly what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's doing it and they need to know that there is a way out of that. Like, this is what this platform is for. Like, and it's not easy. Like, we're not getting out here bashing nobody. Like, we've been there. We've all been hurt. That's how we wanted to,
Right.
why we wanted to heal. You know what I'm saying? I don't
That's
want to
why
keep
we
doing
talk
the same
about
thing.
it.
Exactly. So I want to be able to share with the next queen. Now, you're not stupid, queen. You're not stupid at all. I would never tell a sister or brother for loving someone genuinely that you're stupid. You just got to learn who to give that shit to. You got to learn who to give it. Now, you love, you know what I'm saying, without condition. But when somebody shows you that they don't deserve the love that you're giving them, you just fall back, baby. Just sucker and make them. Don't just force the love on them. You gonna make them. No, ma'am, no ham, no sir.
Right.
He goes, take this.
They're
You
not gonna,
taking it,
huh?
I said, you
We
gonna take
are.
this love.
Yeah, you gonna listen. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna make you love me. No, I'm gonna let you go
Right.
because you don't want
Right.
me. You're not good for me. And that's the thing, we got to draw the line. Well, you're not good for me. And as bad as I want you, if I keep accepting what's not good for me, then the universe is going to keep sending me the exact same thing always.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Because
where
I'm
I'm
not changing
resonating.
it. That's where I'm residing. I'm living there. I hate this. I hate this. But I'm not doing anything different about it. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him. I'm tired of him. But I've been with him 15 years. And he been cheating on me for 7. What?
That's bad.
And again, getting to the root of the problem. Why are we accepting that?
Why?
Why is that woman accepting that?
That's what
Because
and then not
what?
wanting to take it out on the other woman when they're doing, like, if they're cheating or whatever. Oh, want to fight the other woman. No, he was in the relationship with you. He lays with you every single night. He went into union with you if y'all married. He is the one who signed that lease with you or whatever. Why you want to go fight the woman?
Right.
Boundaries.
Because he's still the
Competition.
prize.
Competition. Like
Yeah.
you said.
He's still the prize. It's
Because you thought that you threw it in a circle a little bit better than she did, so you can't fathom why he went over there to her. Because it was never about that. It was in him. And once you realize that and you let go of him, you can get the real person that wants to be faithful to you. That's all I'm saying. We spend so much time. And I did a video the other day, and I asked, I said, why do we give that person a billion chances? You'll give that man a billion chances to break your heart, but you won't give yourself one chance to fail.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We call our enemies sometimes. A lot of times, shit.
We'll let that man cheat on us. We'll let him hurt us, beat us, take our money, whatever it is, and we'll give him all the chances. But you go to school and you got to drop out for a minute and you give up. You're done. You're done.
Right.
I can't go back to school now. But you'll let Billy Earl whoop your ass for 7 years. But you ain't tough enough to go back to school. You won't give yourself the chance or the benefit of the doubt. Like, boundaries. We gotta have them. And it starts with loving ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Just starts with loving ourselves. Y'all, I enjoyed chopping it up. I mean, this was powerful. I'm glad we got on here because this was yet another conversation that needed to be had. The healing, the Yeah, the dating pool might be trashed out there, but I think we're looking at it. I think let's say it. We're looking at it from a healed perspective. Because if we were unhealed, like I said, if we were willing to accept anything, if our standards were low, like they used to be, where we were willing to accept the trauma bond love, when we were willing to accept the mediocrity in love and have a minimalist type relationship, where it's the bare minimum, then we wouldn't know what was trash.
Mm-hmm.
We still be in those relationships. We still be crying, woe me. And that's not our story. So I think the key that we definitely want people to take away is, pay attention to what is and ain't trash. And the way we able to say what is trash, you don't deserve to be ghosted. That's not what you wanted. No, nobody owes you anything. Nobody but respect. I'm sorry. You gonna respect me, or you just not gonna deal with it. I don't know what else to say about that. I don't know any way. I'm the shortest thing around. I'm gonna be real with you. 5'1". I don't know where the 1 inch came from. That's what they say. But what you gonna do? You do not have to like me. I promise you, you don't. You will respect me when you're around me, because the only way you get to disrespect me is if you're not around me. You get what I'm saying? Because it goes back to, we teach people how to treat us. You don't get to disrespect me, male or female. So I think what we're all trying to say is that love yourself first. Love yourself enough to heal yourself first, and not accept what you don't like. If that man is not treating you right, or woman is not treating you right, don't stay. Don't stay. Don't try to conform a person and make them over. You are not the potter. They're not your clay for you to take your little fingers and I'm gonna check. We don't no. Like, your person is out there. Just get rid of the person that's not for you. Stop wasting time that we don't even know that we have, and go out there and seek what you're looking for. And if you happen to see that person ain't it, don't give up on yourself in love. And then decide that you gotta settle and be the side piece. Because you don't have to. Know your worth. And be cool with saying that's trash and I don't want that shit. What y'all gotta say? Closing comments, and we're gonna close this out.
Nisha?
Like you said, it's about like getting to the root of the problem. Why are you accepting this? You know what I mean? These dudes in the dating pool. Like, if I were in the state of mind that I was in, 5 years ago, my inbox be popping. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not a thing of ain't nobody trying to get at me. It's what I'm willing to accept. Period. So yeah. So it's definitely been a lot of healing, a lot of growth, and I appreciate that. That's all I gotta say.
Respect. Didi, talk to them. Talk to the people.
I think my takeaway from everything, or things I would want people to take away, is it definitely starts with self-love, like you said. Because once you start loving yourself more, you quit. The boundaries come, especially when you put in a lot of hard work. The boundaries definitely come. And as you said, keep your Boaz is out there. Once you start aligning yourself with your truth, though, you got to be in your truth. What you're seeking will be seeking you. So the dating pool may not be all that great because we have standards, because we don't have boundaries and everything like that. But not to give up. Definitely not to give up, and keep loving on yourself. Keep healing and growing. It'll all come full circle. I definitely believe that.
I wholeheartedly agree with both of you ladies. And I definitely think that this was a powerful conversation. Like I said, I definitely don't want to be redundant, but just to piggyback, we definitely need a sisterhood. These conversations need to be had. And that's why, once again, verbal mirrors reflecting understanding exists, because I want to have the taboo conversations, the conversations that nobody's talking about, that people need to get off of their chest to hear, okay, yeah, girl, I'm hurting like you. Yeah, I went through that. Yeah, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, niggas ain't shit out here. Yeah, I done had that stage too. But I also feel that what I'm looking for is looking for me. I also feel, because I've healed, that I know that greater is coming. I also feel, because I know my self-worth, that I don't have to settle. So even though it might be a little shady and murky because I'm not willing to settle, because I know my worth, it's worth the wait. Right.
Yeah.
And so I think that's very powerful. And I just love, and I want to say that I appreciate you guys coming on with your transparency, what you've experienced and how you feel, and some of your pains and what you see, because I mean, people see what you see too. This is all our own perspectives. It's not about being right or wrong on here. It's about being verbal mirrors reflecting understand where each other is coming from. Men, listen to what the women are saying. Women, listen to what the men are saying, so that we can have an understanding. So maybe we're not talking about the dating pool is trash. Maybe we can be more, you know what I'm saying, cognizant of being aware of people's emotions and feelings, and not just treating everybody like a one-stop shop.
Right.
Mhm.
So, ladies, once again, Nesha Gee, Dee Dee, listen, this is my first time actually meeting you in person, and I want to tell you, you are such a vibe. Let me say that. I see why you guys are best friends. Such a vibe. I really love chopping it up with you. Me and Cuz do this all the time, but I got to have you back too, because I see we're going to have some other stuff to really dive into. We're going to definitely do a battle of the sexes too. So I'm gonna want you on there for that. I feel like you're gonna have some real positive insight. And I'll let you know when I'm talking about doing that. But we're gonna have a round table talk about some stuff. And so again, just want to thank you for chopping it up with me tonight. And again, Nesha Gee, you already know. You already know how we get down. We talk about everything, all things, nothing's off limits. I love talking to you. I love the open mind concept. I love that you're open to not just hear. I can talk to you and you don't have to be right. You have to be open. And I love that about you. We can talk about it all and I never feel judged. And now talking to you, Dee Dee, feel the same way. I like conversations like that. People don't want to be judged. They want to be heard. Right.
Right.
So I thank y'all. So I thank you. So we're getting ready to close it out. So ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know what it is. This Verbal Mirrors Reflecting Understanding podcast. I want to thank you for listening to us. This was the raw and uncut. We kept it real, just talking about real life issues that we go through. We talked about women mostly dating in the dating pool and things like that and what we go through. But we just want you to know that we're real human beings, that we are surviving just like you, making it out here, going through real life issues, but we're overcoming them. So we don't want you to just hear the test. We want you to hear the testimonies. So once again, you can catch us on podbean.com. You can catch us on iHeart.com. You can catch us on Amazon.com. You can catch us on Spotify.com. And guys, so many other platforms. We out here, right? So check us out. We're even on Alexa. Just want to make sure that you check out all the platforms. Check us out. We are on every Thursday at 10 o'clock a.m. You can check us out. And again, we're going to close us out with a video. Ladies, stay on. We want to thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next week, same time. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
As we wrap up another episode of Verbal Mirrors Reflecting Understanding, we encourage you to carry the reflection sparked here into your daily interactions. Let the echoes of diverse perspective guide your journey towards greater empathy and connection. Thank you for being a part of our dialogue. Until next time, may your mirrors of understanding continue to reflect a world filled with compassion and unity.